Hey guys, what's up? Dingocrikey here with another Transformers commentary video. In this one, I'm going to be discussing some major news on Transformers 5, including the confirmation of the film's title, a first look at Optimus Prime, and the confirmation that Josh Duhamel will be returning as Lennox. So, a ton of cool stuff to discuss here, probably the biggest news we've had on Transformers 5 to date. It was all coming out last night. I wanted to do a video on it then, but I was working on some other videos, and I also kind of wanted to check everything, weed it out, make sure it was true, and from what I can tell, all of this, the film's title, first look at Optimus, and that Lennox will be returning, is all official, as confirmed through multiple sources, such as Michael Bay's Twitter account, Mark Wahlberg's as well, the Transformers movie Instagram. So unless someone made some major mistake on one of these sources, or they change things, something happens in the pre-production, I think we can start getting hyped for these things. I always like to stay on the cautious side, but I think we can start getting excited. Anyways, the first bit of news is that we know Transformers 5's title will be Transformers The Last Knight. So a really interesting title. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting, or what I've seen a lot of people predicting it would be called. I was personally thinking they would go with something such as Faces of Darkness, or maybe something referring to Galvatron, or the creators, more likely the creators, because that is what we've had with the past few movies. Titles that refer more to the villains, or to the darker, more evil aspects, such as Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, but now we have a title, The Last Knight. And unfortunately, I can't remember the user's name, but I do think there was like one person in the comment sections of my videos that did call this title, and I honestly did not think it would be what they would use, but that's what it looks to be right now. I think this also tells us a few other things. One is that the film probably, at least as the title implies, is going to pick up where Age of Extinction left off, because the Knights was a big theme in the film. That was the reason Lockdown was hunting Optimus, and even though they kind of ended on a cliffhanger, a lot of us, I think, were thinking that, they would kind of loosely pick up where Age of Extinction left off and then just do what they did with the other movies. But it does look like there's going to be more continuity here. Trying not to get too excited, but it looks like they may be finally planning ahead. At least that's what the title would imply. Also, I think it's interesting, considering what we knew from Age of Extinction, that Optimus is most likely the last knight, hence the title revolves around him. Maybe that could be a more Optimus-centered film. We did kind of have that with Age of Extinction too, so kind of hoping they go in that direction. Don't really know what this means for the Dinobots though, because weren't they considered to be knights too? Are they going to be in Transformers 5 at all? Are they going to be killed off early on in the film? Or is it just kind of like a general term, as Optimus is one of the last knights? Not really sure. You guys can leave your speculations about that, and I'm sure we can discuss it in videos in the coming weeks. And I do want to point out that a lot of people weren't initially sure whether this was legit, as it was revealed on this Instagram video, which showed Optimus's face. Then we see the film logo, and it was posted on a Transformers movie Instagram. A lot of people weren't sure if that was legit, just some fan scam, something like that, but then Michael Bay and Mark Wahlberg both confirmed it on their Twitter page, and Michael Bay has that image of Optimus now as his banner on Twitter, so I think it's pretty official at this point. Speaking of Optimus, let's talk about the face reveal of Optimus. Now, it is pretty much just Optimus's face, that's all there is to it, but there are some interesting things in there. One thing some people have pointed out is that he does look to be hyper detailed. Personally, I don't really like the looks of that. It looks a little bit too congested in there, but everyone's gonna have their own opinions on that, and ultimately if the movie's good, that's what I'm looking for. But other things about his design is the fact that his primary color seems to be gray in this picture. He sort of has like blue and red splatters on his face, almost like battle damage, or like the way blood would splash on a human's face, or oil on Transformers. This just could be like a stylistic choice for the image, as a lot of time this kind of promo material will look different from what we actually see in the film, cartoon, whatever media it is. Nevertheless, I don't think we've really seen them do something like this before, and we know, they do like to change up Optimus and the character's design from time to time, helps to sell toys better, all of that. But in any case, what I think is the most interesting detail, which could just be another stylistic stylistic choice, but is the fact that he has purple eyes here. And why I think this is really interesting is that most of the characters in the films either have red or blue eyes. Usually it's the Autobots with blue, Decepticons with red, though we do have some exceptions such as Frenzy with blue eyes. I do believe some of the Dinobots had red eyes as well, but overall that's kind of the status quo, and I think the only character we had that had a different eye color was Lockdown with green eyes. If there's someone I'm forgetting, you guys can of course remind me in the comment section below, but what I think is interesting here is not only that it's a different color, but that it is purple, which is kind of like the cross between red and blue, Autobots and Decepticons' eyes. So a lot of people have been speculating that this could mean Optimus is going over to the dark side, and you know, I've had those thoughts too, you know, especially after I had done that video a few weeks back. You guys who've seen it, the Optimus becoming Nemesis Prime theory, was just kind of like a theory for fun, but now I'm looking at this picture like, are they going to go that route with Transformers 5? Once again, could just be a stylistic choice. Maybe his eyes will just become purple and, you know, he'll still be good Optimus. I'm hoping it does have some significance in the film, and I will say it does give him a more evil look here. Plus, with the way the paint splattered, Optimus isn't exactly looking like a good guy to me, but of course we can do more speculation on that. Last bit of news I want to touch on real quick here is the confirmation that Josh Duhamel will be returning as Lennox. For me, this is the most exciting news we've had on Transformers 5 altogether, probably some of the coolest news just on like the Transformers films as a whole, that we're going to not only have Lennox in there, but that he's going to be returning, because not only do I like Lennox as a character, I thought he was a cool human character to have, probably one of the best, if not the best, in the films. It also shows that they're interested in connecting post-Age of Extinction Transformers to the original film trilogy, which is something I think a lot of people were asking for. You know, what happened to Sam, why are all the Autobots gone, all of this kind of stuff, you know, and we didn't even really have a mention of a lot of things. Now we may see things like kind of wrapped up and tied together, and I'm really excited about that, and I don't want to get my hopes too high once again, but I think this does raise the chances that we could see certain Autobots come back. You know, I had thrown around the theory before that maybe we didn't have Lennox in Age of Extinction because he had sided with the Autobots and went into hiding with certain ones, such as Dino and Sideswipe, as what happened with Cade when he sided with Optimus. You know, the Cemetery Wind were basically going to hunt him down too, even though he was a human. The same thing may have happened with Lennox, and, you know, maybe he could be returning in Transformers 5 with Sideswipe, with Dino. I'm really hoping Sideswipe does come back in the film. Once again, this part's just kind of speculation, but I do think it's probably the best hint we've had towards potential deceased or thought to be deceased missing Autobots returning in Transformers 5 so far. Maybe they won't go that route. In any case, I'm glad they're bringing back Lennox and that they will tie post-Age of Extinction films in with the original trilogy. Also, William Lennox, just a cool character in the films, not super developed, but you know, he's just kind of one of those inherently cool characters. The actor's also like a really cool looking guy, has a good voice for the role, all that kind of stuff, and I really hope we get to see him interacting with Cade in the film. We'll probably do some videos in the upcoming weeks predicting on what Lennox's role is going to be, you know, what could be going on with Optimus, why are his eyes purple, the title of the film, what it might mean, all of that kind of stuff. So if you're new, you can keep up with the channel for more news and commentary on Transformers 5, even when we're not getting news, probably doing a whole bunch of prediction videos, Q&As, that kind of stuff. Also, you can follow my channel for figure reviews as I upload those on a regular basis, and follow me on Twitter for more regular updates. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you soon.